YouTube, how are you this morning? I am pretty good. I should say we are pretty good. Me and Corwin are in Springdale, Arkansas at Bruner and Lay. We got here at 10 minutes to 7 this morning and checked in a little early. They don't really open until 7, but they let us check in early. And they told us to pull up to the main door, get our tarps off, get all the securements off, and then wait for the receiver to come out. And he did while we were still putting the straps away, and motioned us to drive very, very slowly into the bay. I wasn't going to remove the last 2 straps, but they don't have any space to actually do any work in the bay while we're in here. So unfortunately I had to pull up about 50 feet after I got everything off, or we got everything off. It took us about 45 minutes to fold up all 5 tarps and get all 13 straps put away. It was not a bad lay. It's a beautiful morning. It's kind of cool. The sky's clear and the sun's just now starting to come up. We left Fort Smith at 5:15 and headed up here. It was a nice drive, but it's just the way it is this morning. We're still waiting for them to actually get the stuff off. They are pulling one bundle at a time off with a 5-foot crane using a chain, and because it's linear, it's non-blocked linear, and everything's put together, they have to take a wedge bar, jam it between the bundles, and separate the bundles, and then hook the chains on them, lift them off. This was after they told me not to scratch it with chains. They're back there beating it with a winch bar, or a pry bar anyway. But this place is kind of cool. They make drill bits for oil wells, coal mining, any kind of mining operation. And the guy, while we were waiting for someone to come over to help unload, one of the guys was showing me one of the machines. Really, really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. So we don't have any information on the load yet. Then again, it's just now 8 o'clock. And but I can imagine we're probably going to be going to Fort Smith. Don't know what that's going to hold, and we will see. Today I'll be doing all the driving, and Corwin's going to help with securement and all that good stuff. He's going to do the trip plan though for our upcoming run, so we will see how he goes on that. I don't perceive that he will actually start driving till tomorrow or Wednesday, but don't know what the day holds yet. We will find out, and when I do, I will let you know. See you later. Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this afternoon? We are pretty good. We are in Ola, Arkansas at Deltic Timber and picking up a load of lumber headed to down to 84 Lumber in Duncanville, Texas. So back down by the house. It's due tomorrow sometime, and we're currently in line, and there's like at least 8 trucks in front of us. After we left Springdale, started heading down to Fort Smith as they asked us to, and we got the dispatch for this place while we were heading there. We ended up going by Fort Smith anyway, because this week is Driver Appreciation Week, and there was free burgers and dogs and bratwursts at the yard today, and they were giving away pilot coffee mugs with some trail mix or something in them, and get a chance to meet some of the management, one of the sales vice presidents, and of course the terminal manager, a bunch of other people. It was real good. It was a good feed. I ate 2 burgers and a bratwurst, so I'm kind of stuffed, and that was more than an hour ago. This is not really a new account for us. I found out that we're now the pretty much exclusive broker for this place. So we're going to be loading more and more out of here. That's a good thing, since it seems like Fort Smith has tapered off some as of late. Lumber's always good freight, though it is more of a pain in the behind to tarp. But it shouldn't be too bad. It's still a nice day today. If the sun stays behind the clouds, it'll be even better. So as I said, this load's going to Duncanville, and it's got to be there tomorrow sometime. We're not sure how far we're going to get tonight. We're hoping to at least make it to Durant, Oklahoma, once we get out of here. But currently we have 5.5 hours of driving time left, and I'm not really sure. Well, that's what we got on our 14. So depending on how long this takes, I'm not really sure how far we're going to get. So with that said, we'll let you know what happens. Talk at you later. Bye. Good evening, YouTube. How are you this evening? We are pretty good. It is about 6:45 Central Time, and we are in Mena, Arkansas, at the Exxon Wendy's truck stop. It's not really a truck stop. It's a gas station with a Wendy's that's got a dirt lot with some truck parking. It's not a bad little town. Mena's a nice town. There's a Walmart across the street. There's a Sonic. We left Ola, Arkansas, about an hour and a half ago. This is as far as we could get on our 14. It took them about an hour and 45 minutes for us to get through the line to be able to load, and then it took them another 45 minutes to put the bundles on us. We have 13 bundles of mixed length 2x4s and 2x6s. It's mostly 2x4s. It took us about 25 minutes to secure it. Really simple, just 9 straps. And then we pulled out, checked out, scaled out. Scaled out at 47,300 without the 2 of us in it, in the truck. And then pulled out onto the tarping line and tarped. It took us about an hour to tarp it, mostly not because of heat or any troubles other than the load is not even. And there's pictures on Facebook, and there'll be pictures at the end of this video. Just that I was having to show him how to tarp a lumber load with 8-foot drops. For some reason, he never tarped with 8-foot drops in hands-on training. I don't know why. He said they never told him to do it. Didn't even show him. They showed him how to fold them, but not how to tarp the box, what we call Mount Maverick there in the training base. But that's okay. It's not a great looking tarp job because it's not an even load, but it's not going to get wet, though it probably won't rain. So we got here, parked the truck, just got through doing a pre-trip. He went inside to, I think he went to get something to eat at the Wendy's, or go to the bathroom or whatever, I don't know. After we left, kind of regressing, after we left Springdale and we headed down, I told you we stopped there at Fort Smith and had burgers and all that jazz, and then drove down. He didn't drive today, but he will be driving tomorrow. He's doing really, really well. He was real good at helping getting the load secured. He knew what to do. He was really good at rolling up the straps when we unloaded this morning, and he was real good at securing them. I did all the throwing and he did all the winching, and we each did it. Once I got him going on the tarping, we each did a side. Of course, I was done before him, and then I went around and helped him, and that's okay. That's all right. If he's got any fault right now, he's a little quiet. He doesn't talk very much. He's real contemplative, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that either. I mean, I'm that way most of the time. I'm more chatty in these videos than I am in person. So that's pretty much where we stand. It was a really good day. We're gonna head down in the morning when we get up, drive down 71, which is also US 59, and down to straight down to I-30 on Arkansas 19, and come into New Boston, Texas, and then get on 30 there and head on down. Once we get to New Boston, though, there's a little truck stop there right on the corner across the highway from the Walmart, and we're going to swap there, and he's going to drive us, start driving from that point. And he's going to drive us on into the first load check, which will be somewhere around, I think, Sulphur Springs, where we have to buy fuel, and then we'll switch. The game plan is he will drive 2 or 3 hours at a time, and then we'll alternate over the next couple of days, next week, all things depending. And then starting next week, he'll be driving more and more and more. And by the end of his 3rd week here on the truck, he will be doing all the driving, and I won't be doing anything. And the very last week, I won't do anything at all, except for maybe helping Tarp and Secure. He'll be responsible for getting the load information, doing the trip plans, the whole 9 yards. And I'll probably repeat myself 2 or 3 times, telling you guys the same thing, so you know how I am. And that's pretty much it. We got to take off about 4:45 in the morning. We got to be there as soon as we get there. Though we do need to stop and buy fuel. We're really, really low. There's no place to buy fuel. I didn't buy fuel earlier because we had half a tank. We burned up most of it getting out to Olna and then getting here. We got just under a quarter, so we should be able to get to the first pilot down the road. If not, there's a Love's closer. We can pick up 50 gallons and then go on to the pilot. So, with that said, y'all have a great evening. Until we speak again, keep the shiny side up. 73s. Good night.